Welcome back everyone to another episode of Nature Lore. Seeing from what happened to our last video, we changed our ways. We're gonna be talking about something that hopefully won't get us age restricted.
Well, as the title suggests, we are going to go down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. Specifically, we are going to talk about the Pyramids of Giza. But first, what is the Pyramid of Giza? Well, the Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest Egyptian pyramid and the tomb of the 4th dynasty pharaoh Khufu. Built in the early 26th century BC during a period of around 27 years ago, this pyramid is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the only one to remain largely intact. With it being built so long ago, there's very little known about the pyramids, so let's go down that road and learn multiple theories about the pyramids.
The first theory we're going to be talking about is that the pyramids were actually gigantic ancient power plants. Some theories are convinced that the real purpose of the pyramids had to be something incredibly complicated and beyond any technology anyone even believes in today. They claim that the pyramids are actually gigantic power plants and that they use special sound frequencies that emerge from the inner parts of the earth to conduct great amounts of power. According to these theorists, the shafts in the pyramid help channel the frequencies up out of the pyramid and into a sphere over the nearby villages. Supposedly, these shafts were once lined with gold in order to further ensure that only the correct frequencies were conducted. The theories claim that this technology was capable of creating a self-sustaining energy field that had a radius of several miles out from the pyramid and kept batteries, lights, and other electronics, which they claim the ancient Egyptians had all charged without even needing to be plugged into anything. This entire theory is rather fantastic thinking, as it seems humanity will be using something that is clearly an incredibly convenient and free energy source if it were real or possible.
Number 2. The pyramids were designed to store grain for a huge famine. Last year, presidential candidate and successful neurosurgeon of the US, Ben Carson, made the news when he claimed that the Great Pyramids had been constructed in order to store grain in advance for a huge famine. He claimed that it was the word of the Bible, leading many other people to make it religious controversy. However, he was quite confused about his timeline of events, as the Great Pyramids were built long before the period in the Bible where the famine even occurred, so they couldn't have been originally made for that purpose. Furthermore, Egyptologists have pointed out that even in a pinch, they would have made fairly poor granaries. But the really silly part is that saying that pyramids didn't store grains in no way invalidates the Bible story, as the story in the Bible never said pyramids were used in the first place to store the grain. In fact, ancient people knew how to build granaries specifically for that purpose quite well, and could construct them quickly and easily when needed. There would be no need for such gigantic structures if the Bible story were true. They simply could have constructed regular granaries.
Number 3. The nearby Sphinx actually has an alien spaceship underneath. Many mystical groups and supernatural orders over the years have been fascinated with Egyptian magic, the pyramids themselves, and the entire surrounding area. Some have even gone beyond the trouble to channel spirits in an attempt to learn things about the past traditions of ancient Egypt and have come up with some very strange ideas. According to some theorists, a poem that occultists claim came from the emerald tablets of Thoth the Elatian suggests that there is some kind of strange ship buried underneath the Giza plateau beneath the Great Sphinx. The poem essentially claims that there is an actual spaceship under a lion-shaped figure out in the desert, and that if the ship is dug up from the ground, its power will allow the user to conquer it with ease. The occultists are convinced the poem is actually translated to how an alien or advanced being of some sort actually left the spaceship under the ground. While the idea is incredibly bizarre, it will also be difficult to disprove, as the Egyptian authorities are definitely not going to let anyone excavate the entire ground underneath the Great Sphinx just to prove this theory.
Number 4. The pyramids are a navigational beacon for alien beings. Conspiracy buffs out there have insisted that the pyramids are simply far more than we could ever imagine, and have built absurdly elaborate theories. One of the theories even claims that the incredible effort of the pyramids went to the alien beings so they would be able to navigate their way to and from our planet. The theories begin with a fairly common pyramid conspiracy that the pyramids were allegedly built directly in the center of the Earth's landmass, and also perfectly aligned with the 3 stars of the constellation Orion. While most of the theories stops here and don't go much further, some believe it was truly a highly technological beacon. These theories believe that the pyramids were lined with gold and special crystals that created a piezoelectric effect. These theories believe this ancient possible alien technology allowed them to shoot a beam of light all the way out into space that created a perfect beacon for them navigating ships. Some have even believed that the pyramids at Giza are only a part of a larger network pyramidal navigation beacons, some of which are in South America.
And last but not least, there's an ancient underground city beneath the pyramids. A few years ago, a theorist was reading old books about explorers who have searched the pyramids and the surrounding areas, as well as more obscure historical texts, when he noticed that there were claims of a cave system beneath the Pyramids of Giza. After a lot of clever searching, he managed to find the entrance to a fairly large cave complex beneath the ground near the pyramids. The caves were fairly narrow in a lot of places and weren't the best place for exploration, but he was struck by inspiration as he walked through them. While our fearless explorer mainly thinks the caves are cool and may have psychologically affected the ancient Egyptians, some theorists believe that there's way more going on. They point to ancient legends that claim there were once multiple marble cities underneath the Giza plateau, and that the pyramids were only a surface entrance to a much greater city. They claim that there are giant cathedral-sized rooms of breathtaking beauty and design, likely filled with artifacts waiting to be found.
Thank you guys for watching and joining us into the rabbit hole of conspiracy theories. We hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Also subscribe while you're at it, since it will help our channel a ton. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll be seeing you again in the nature lore. Bye!